Hey everybody, it's Brick Waffle again, and we are back on Wafflesauce Modded, and we have made some significant progress in between episodes. Obviously, I wanted to play quite a bit. I did not have as much time to record, but we are, in fact, wearing netherite armor already. Yup. We've got some serious farms already built. I've got a couple of folks that have been really going at it, and this has been, it's been very easy to get geared up. So, looking at a few things, we've got our house set up, and we've got our cats over here. You can probably hear those going. Our storage room desperately needs expanding. We're going to work on that at some point soon. But we have all of our netherite gear, including from the Netherite Plus mod, a netherite shield, and a netherite bow. We've got a nice little texture pack that makes our golden helmets look like crowns, so we look pretty great. And we also have netherite elytra. We have our ring of knockback resistance and our ring of fire resistance. So far this one's really helpful. I can stand in lava or swim in lava without taking any damage. Blazes can't hurt me with their fireballs. It's basically like a permanent fire resistance potion. This one, it's better than nothing. We do have some firework rockets, and we have our BLTs. We've got a few of those left from the Croptopia mod. Let's go ahead and have a fight of that right now. And that's part of what we've done, is we've been experimenting with adding some new mods. And yeah, we've got our Croptopia greenhouse down here, so we're going to take a look at that. And we also have an arboretum that has really nothing in it. And we've got a bunch of farms in the area. So we've got a couple bee nests that we brought back with Silk Touch. That seems to be working all right. We've got some of these little apple crates. And as we go down here, what I want to do first is just kind of show you around my base, and then we're going to head off into a new area. So we've got our enchanting set up in here. Pretty straightforward. This is looking really nice. We've got our lapis in here. We actually need more of that as well. But the only thing we've really modded here is if I try to... I don't have anything I can enchant, but if I put something in the enchanting table, I'm actually going to be able to see everything that would come up on the tool rather than just the first random thing. And you'll also be able to click the book to re-roll the enchantment for 6 lapis. So it's going to be a way to... and that's part of the reason I don't have much lapis left, is you can re-roll until you get better enchantments. And if that's not sufficient, I have my library down here, and this is where I've got all my librarians who are talking about, selling different books here. And we actually have opened up a shop in our shopping district at Spawn where we can sell some of these books too. Now, because we have some folks playing that may want to keep their areas protected from everyone else, we also have a mod called Fabric Land Claim. So we have the flan menu here, and I can look at my permissions for global permissions. I can look at our permissions here. Let's see. You can see, like, you can place blocks in the claim. You can open containers. You can, use beds, whatever else in here. All of this stuff is now available for people if they have the right permission group. And we can also stop trampling of an area. So we can't trample farmland. We can't have other things going on. Whether you can hurt animals or interact with them. Actually, I'm going to turn that one to false. Nobody can trade with those villagers but me. So we can change things like that and make it pretty easy to control who can do what in an area. So that's pretty nice, and it also keeps this area safer because you can turn off explosions in the area. So if you guys are used to the old plugins like Townie or Factions or things like that, this is very similar. So we've got our sheep farm over here. This is automatically shearing sheep. You can see we got a bunch of white wool and a little bit of gray wool, as one of these sheep ended up dying and I had to bring another one into it. But basically what happens, let's see if I can get up here a little bit better, is there's observers underneath these blocks. So as the grass block changes to dirt or vice versa, when they eat, it'll automatically use this dispenser, which is filled with shears. So basically every time they eat a grass block, it's going to shear them. That's pretty handy. We have some sweetberry crates down here. Again, these are just little decoration pieces. And then we have our mine shaft where we've been able to get some diamonds. Now, you saw our nether portal back there going across the bridge. This is where we've got some of our other farms set up. So we have over here our typical, say typical at this point, iron and crop farm because it's just so easy to make. And it works really well. I just used a few new blocks. Like fir fence gates and these granite bricks and some of these lantern blocks. So it looks a little bit different, but it's the same design we've been using. And you can see it's cranking away on iron. And then we also have this fairly typical note block and piston farm for pumpkins and melons. That's been going really well, and I've been trading those up with the villagers over here to get emeralds to buy books to sell in town. And then, of course, we've got our sugarcane farm, which is perfectly running right there. This has not been running that long, and we've already got almost 6 stacks. Yeah, 5.25 stacks of sugarcane already. So this is a Tango Tech design. So I can put all the links down here, but most of these I think I've linked in previous videos. That's an Avamance design. That's a Tango Tech design. And I want to say that's an Il Mango design. I can't remember off the top of my head, but those are all pretty common ones out there. Out here, this is our greenhouse. So we have all these different crops. You can see like turmeric, tomatoes, tomatillos, sweet potatoes, strawberries, squash. This is all from the Croptopia mod. And we finally, after doing several days of looking for these seeds by breaking grass, we have everything. And so this basically gives you, I think it's a 1.25% chance to get one of these seeds in forests, jungles, swamps, plains, and there's one crop from the desert as well. So breaking grass can give you these new seeds, and that can give us all sorts of new food, like you can see here, the BLT. It also adds fruit trees, and we have 0 of those so far. So we're going to go looking for those at some point, but they look like this, where the blocks have, different stages on them, but this is the apple tree, and you can see when they're full, we can just right-click it and get some apples off of that. And I thought there was more than one. There we go. So you can't really tell, even with the Here's What We're Looking At mod that shows that's oak leaves, it doesn't show anything here. So I don't know how to tell which trees are which. But it's going to be useful anyway, and eventually whenever we see trees like this, we're going to have to look and make sure they're not flowers and just try to right click them and see what we can get. So this area has been pretty well set up. We're doing really well in terms of getting that part built, and we have a lot of things that are ready for us. We also, if I can take off here, try this again. No? Maybe one more time. It is not wanting to take off. Alright, well, we'll try that again in a second. I might have a little bit of a lag issue here. We also have our slime farm. It turns out there's a slime chunk right near our base. So you can see down there we've got some platforms, and you may be able to tell on the mini-map there's some golems down there as well. And so whenever we're near our base, it's just cranking out slime for us. So we're going to have to do at some point like this and make these into slime blocks and put those back just to save some space, because it's going to be filling up very quickly. So we'll put these down at the bottom here and do it like that. And then let's take this and we'll kind of put all of this up there. There we go. Let's do it that way. And then we can put this out like that. Perfect. So now we're a little bit more organized in there as well. We do have a few trees out here that aren't growing because with Terrestria mod, you have to have the appropriate temperature to grow certain trees, and rubber trees only grow in warm climates, so they're not going to grow out here. I don't know if there's anything we can do in the mod pack to improve that, but we are going to find out. Why can I not? Oh, that's weird. It's like that stack doesn't exist anymore. Oh yeah, I definitely have some issues with that. It seems to be duplicating my items and losing my rockets. So I'm going to go up here and sleep and log out and log back in, and I will be right back to see if that fixes things. Alright, so I think I have my inventory sorted out. Let's see if we can fly now. There we go. Alright, just needed a quick log out and log back in. Sometimes that happens. You can see we have this path through the woods over here, and I'm going to fly over the path. We've got a couple other folks that have been playing with us. So we have Androcles, who has been working on this little mountain lodge and his greenhouse. So if we pop down here, we can kind of take a quick look, whoop, and not fly very well. But yeah, he's got this going on. All these hemlock trees out here. Makes a nice colored wood, actually. I really like that. And he's got his house set up. So we might come through and do a bigger tour with him at some point. But so far, so good. And the greenhouse up there is very similar to what we have going on in terms of our own greenhouse, where he's kind of collecting seeds from Croptopia. But yeah, a little bit of a different design, a little smaller greenhouse, just enough to get him started with some of the seeds that he's found so far. And down there goes around to Ginny Bug's house. So we'll get them both on a video at some point, and we'll have them walk us around. But for now, we're going to pop through his nether portal and go into our nether hub. And he's got a tunnel that we share. So that's our base right there. And then that way goes towards spawn. So let's go ahead and do this. And asphalt from the Blockist mod gives you speed 3 while you're running on it. So that's really, really handy. But as we go down here, we can take this turn, and you can see we have our tunnel over to the end portal this way. So that is why we already have elytra. And then we can pop through over here to Nibaw's base and take a look at what he's working on. Alright, so we've got our gates. And yeah, he's just gotten started as well. So we've got bamboo, sugarcane, sweet berries. We got a bunch of things that he's been growing. Boat to explore the areas because he's right on the coast here, and looks like he's actually online. So there he is in his house. Hey Nibaw. He is, like I said, just gotten started, but that's going to be it's going to be some fun stuff in the future. We also have recently installed an industrial mod. So this is going to be exciting. We're going to be playing with that here shortly. And that's part of the reason that we've explored a new area entirely. So we'll talk about that here in just a minute as well. But I do want to pop by and go to our spawn first. And you can see that's right up here, spawn portal. Okay, so we've got our nether hub done up. Heavily inspired, if you guys watched my V for Vanilla episodes, really liked what Watt did with the portal and that. And I like the black glass down here. So you can barely tell. I don't know if you can see that or not. There's a few little kind of darker spots that shows that's textured. But with the connected textures in Optifine, really hard to tell that this is actually glass. Alright, so I can walk down on here. And it was actually possible to get stuck down here. So we've got some ladders added, so people can climb back up if they do fall down there. That keeps us nice and safe. We do need to do some more with the ceiling. But for now, let's pop through the portal. And then we will take a look at spawn. So okay, we've got our bed, our crafting table, and our little lantern. This is where people spawn in, is right around there. And looking this way, we have quite a few new things. So we have been hard at work decorating this up. We've got lots of the taiga area, so it's pretty easy to get podzol there. And we've been mixing that in with some other blocks to make nice looking paths. We have this tree in the center, and this is a Zapixel build. You guys know I like to build a lot of her things. This is her wizard tower video tutorial. So we built a version of that, mixed it up a little bit in terms of some of the blocks using some of the new stuff from the mods. But this is our shop where we're selling elytra and enchanted books. So getting on early and getting that stuff gave us a good way to get a few diamonds. So we're selling elytra and a couple stacks of rockets here. We're also selling some enchanted books. Looks like we've sold some mending books. There we go. Efficiency 5, yep, there we go. Silk Touch, Looting 3, yeah, there we go, and Depth Strider. So we'll stick our diamonds in there. And this is going to get more detail in the future. There's more stuff in the top we can do. We've got this little area down here and this little area up here. We just wanted to get this up and running. Outside looks great. Inside needs a little bit of work. And then Sakala has opened up her potion shop over here. So we have our gigantic glass potion bottle. And she has got some potions for sale in here. And I believe she has a store representative. Grand opening today, buy now or else. Yeah, that sounds like Sakala, alright. So we'll take a look in here, and we've got Lance. And we've got our conduit effect. So there's a conduit under here somewhere. We've got our potions. We can get fire resistance potions, regeneration. It looks like 3 potions per diamond. So that is a fantastic price. And obviously out here we don't need water breathing, but night vision could be useful. Swiftness and strength could be useful. But for now I think we're just going to kind of look around a little bit. Let's eat another BLT. And then over this way, if I can, oops, maybe I can jump. There we go. We've got our brewing house. So this is a new restaurant that Androcles is opening up. And it's got all of our tables and chairs out here. This looks really cool. Nice outdoor seating area. We do have a mushroom who's trying to get in there. We've got this covered patio, so if it's raining, we can kind of hang out under here, but still be outside. And then if we take a look inside the house, or inside the restaurant, we have some more tables and chairs. We have this cool looking kitchen area. I really like this. So we got all these counters that we have to separate everything out. We have these 2 smokers with the wall chimneys, and then a couple sinks. And then I think downstairs, this is where he's going to actually have his operations for making the different food, storing barrels. So this is going to be some kind of fest house, I believe. That'll be fun to hang out in. And that's really it. So we've had a lot of people doing a lot of interesting things so far, and yeah, really enjoying it. So for now, what we want to do is pop back into our portal, if we can do that without hurting ourselves, and go to a new area, because today we're going to do a little bit of exploration for new materials, and because we've added some mods to the pack since the first video. So obviously Croptopia wasn't one of the ones I mentioned in the first video, that's new. But we've also added Industrial Revolution, and you might have been able to tell I've got @indust down here. We have new ores like tin and copper, and I think steel can be made from some of these things. And this is going to give us all sorts of new options to kind of explore. There's tons of machines in here that we can use, compressors and pulverizers, recyclers, and ranchers. And that's really going to help us kind of up our game in terms of getting new things automated. But because all of this stuff, the world has already been explored pretty heavily, we've had to go and put a new nether tunnel in. Oh, that's Andercles' portal. I don't know why I flew, that's not that far. This way, which this is still faster than the Speed 3 running on the asphalt, but it's pretty nice. This takes us way out past where anything else we've explored on the map, so we can start, hopefully, looking for some new materials. So let's pop through this way, and you'll see I've come out and I've made, whoops, nope, not that button. I've made a little portal for this new mining area. I checked with Nibaw, he is down here, and you can see this is our area with our little base and our greenhouse and everything. We've got Andercles east of us through the woods, and then Nibaw kind of southeast of him through into the taiga. So I checked with everybody, nobody has really explored up here, so this should have these new minerals generating. And what I want to do is actually pop down an ender chest and grab our ender hammer, because this thing is really great. Mending, Unbreaking 3, Fortune 3, and Efficiency. So that's pretty straightforward. It's just a fantastic hammer. And this one, the recipe, is a dragon head, 2 obsidian, and 2 endstone bricks. So other people that want to make this should pretty easily be able to get this. The only holdup is the dragon head, and they can fly around to look for shulker boxes and things and get a dragon head off one of the ships. So while we're out here, since I believe this is a warmer area, let's go ahead and plant a couple of these rubber trees, and maybe those will grow while we're out and about, and we can harvest some extra rubber wood when we come back. I don't know if that one will grow there in the corner or not. We'll see. But for now, and it looks like Nibaw has made his way over here as well. I told him about the mod pack, or the new mod, so I know he's excited. We're just going to find some place that's fairly low. Let's check out this cave over here. I'd love to find a cave that led down to lower levels. This doesn't look like it's actually going to do that. No, it's just a little pass-through. And we'll start digging from there. We could also just start digging down near the river. That's going to be pretty safe to do because we've got water coming with us. Let's see. Oops, I keep hitting the wrong key. That's the new waypoint one. Is there anything that looks like an obvious cave entrance? Maybe that? Let's go check that out to our northwest and see if that's actually a cave entrance or not. Yeah. No, it just happens to be some stone. Okay. Well, I don't think it really matters where we dig, and I don't know how far down the new materials spawn anyway, so copper and that sort of thing could spawn fairly near the surface for all I know. Oh, wow. Okay, nope. That doesn't work. Let's do a little bit more looking around. Oh, there's a little bit of a ravine. It looks like it's pretty shallow, though. We'll still give it a quick peek. Yeah, that'll work. Alright. And there's some copper right there. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, so this is as far as we need to go for some of the materials, at least. And let's grab our ender hammer. And boom. Just like that, we can get a lot of materials very quickly. So we're going to grab a bunch of copper. I don't even know what we really need to get started with this mod pack. I haven't really done a whole lot of looking into it. I will say that the development community is fantastic. I went over there and asked a few questions about getting the mod up and running, and they were really helpful. So if you do get this mod and you have questions, I would definitely encourage you to join the Discord and ask them, because they seem to be really, really nice and very helpful. So let's see about getting that done too. We probably wouldn't hurt to grab some coal, especially with a fortune hammer, because we can always use that for fuel. I don't know why I'm really grabbing iron other than we can. It's right here. And I really should have brought a bed or a sleeping bag with me, but that's all right. got some extra materials this way. But yeah, I'm going to basically collect up a bunch of stuff over here and then see what I can find, make our way back, and start exploring with this a little bit. It looks like copper, we're only at level 44, so copper seems to share a lot of the same Y level as iron. You may have to go a little bit deeper for tin, I don't know. That copper is actually going to be a little trickier to get to. Let's see if we can do that. So we'll see about maybe hopping up here, a little bit of a staircase. There we go. And maybe we need one more. How about if we do this? Can we get it from here? Nope. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to go up a little bit more, because every time I'm going up a little bit, I'm also going to the side. So let's try this and this. There we go. Fantastic. All right, I'm sure it's getting fairly dark on the screen here. So let me eat this. I'm gonna keep digging, and I'll be back in a few minutes. All right, so I found this lava area down here. We've gotten a few more things. We've got some nickelite dust, which apparently is going to be very useful for us, and these sulfur crystals, but they seem to spawn hanging out over the edge of lava. So we are going to put down a few blocks like this, and then we're going to crouch and use our hammer so that we don't actually break out a 3x3 area just yet. And that's going to give us the sulfur that we need, and we can grab that. There we go. We don't really need all this extra cobblestone, so we're going to get rid of that. I'm sure that that's because it's Industrial Revolution as well. I'm sure we're going to need that at some point. I really don't know for what yet, but you know, as long as we're down here collecting things, if it spawns this deep, we probably need it. So let's pop up here, and we need to use some diorite. Block off this lava if we can. And that should go away here in a second. And there's more nickelite down here. There we go. Again, not entirely sure what that's for, but it looks like almost everything needs it. So we're going to definitely grab that. And then we need to grab a little bit more over on this side. So can we reach that block? There we go. Let's see if we can get over here. And then we're going to do that. That should be fine. So let's go ahead and grab this guy. And that. And are we getting more? Yeah, we can get more. Perfect, perfect. Okay, so we got 26 of that. And I believe this is what we need. So we've got 49 copper, 46 tin, 57 nickelite, 26 sulfur. And I think we're also going to need some gold and some other stuff here and there. But yeah, for now, we're just going to break a few more blocks on the way out and head back to the surface. And I will see you guys when we are back at our base. Well, actually, yeah, I'm going to grab this lapis while I'm here too, but then I'll be right back. Alright, so we are back at our base. We've got a lot of stuff put away. Actually, I'm going to put my hammer away while I'm at it. And we have some of our tin and copper smelting up here. I know I'm going to be making pulverizers so that we can double our ores, but for now I figured we needed to get a little bit to get started. So what we want to look at is actually, let's just search for pulverizer. And it looks like for that we need nickelite dust, which we have, flint, no problem, and then a circuit, a machine block, and a battery. So our circuit is gold plate, and that requires us to hammer gold ingots. So we're going to need an iron hammer. That's 5 iron ingots and 2 sticks. So I think that's going to be our very first thing that we need to do to get started. Oops. Well, we'll get one more of those back. A couple sticks over here. Perfect. 2 sticks. And now we should be able to make, and it does not look like it supports the green book. Alright, pulverizer needs a circuit, which needs a plate, which needs a hammer. There we go. And I know we have some gold in here. So let's just make a few of these gold plates. I assume we'll need these for other circuits. Let's just do 8 for now. And put that in there, and that in there, and now we can get 8 of those. Alright, so we've got that going. Now we can put this in here and some of these. Oops. Let's do it this way. Like that. And we'll do, let's just do maybe 4 of those for now. I don't know how much we need, but we have to keep an eye on our nickelite here. And then if our pulverizer, we need a machine block. That's nickelite and iron plates. So let's do some iron plates. And let's just do maybe 8 of those. Ooh, that's going to go through our hammer pretty quick. We'll have to keep an eye on that. And then, let's see, pulverizer. Let's grab a machine block. I think we're going to need one more of those for a generator. But let's see, batteries need nickelite dust and tin plates. Okay, so we need 5 of those tin plates. Let's just go ahead and do all of those as 11. There we go, foundations. And I'm going to spell pulverizer one letter at a time as we go through this. There is a battery. Now we'll go backwards. And I need 2 flint. I believe that's in our sand chest. There we go. Grab some flint. And we have a pulverizer. Now we need some kind of generator as well, and I think we're going to start with a coal generator, which looks like it's basically the same recipe. You can see if we mouse over this, we don't have the machine block, the battery, those sorts of things. So machine block, we need more iron plates, and we are going to run out of our hammer real quick. There we go. Let's see, generator, machine block, there we go, and another battery, and then I think, we need more iron plates, so we're gonna have to make another iron hammer, which we have that. We just need some sticks, so let's grab a couple of these guys, and we'll do this, that, those, and we needed iron plates, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we needed 5 total. So let's see if I got that right. Oh, 4 total. Okay, great. So now we have a coal generator and a pulverizer. So what I'm going to do is actually take that out, and then I'm going to break these 2 guys, and then I'm going to put them right here. So we got a coal generator and our pulverizer. So this needs energy, and this is going to, I assume, need fuel to generate energy. So that's got temperature. Interesting. There we go. Now we've got energy in there, and that has energy. So if we put iron in here as an example, we should be getting dust. Ah, perfect. Iron dust. So there we go. We now have ore doubling. At the very least, we can take this over here. Can we put it in the blast furnace? We can. So we can now double our ores. This is the beginning of our new tech tree, and I'm really excited. So we're going to do more with this. I'll probably do some more basic setup in between episodes, but for now, hopefully you guys liked this video. If you did, please be sure to hit that like button. If you really liked it, then make sure to subscribe. And as always, I've been Brick Waffle. Thank you for watching.